All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Samsung dealing with some injury issues yesterday, Kim Sung Yoon, and also, yes, time for some Sunday baseball. So, Kim Sung Yoon, the starting right fielder, is out. Also, the starting shortstop, EJ Hyun, is out. So, Samsung has three injury players right now because also you have to think about well, their starter. Their starter is actually an injury replacement for, I believe, Manning, as we are about ready here. Morning, Jim. As that is in there for a strike, and the first pitch is underway. First pitch from Boschley is in there for a strike. He pitched well. Yeah, afternoon. We got a late start, 2:02 start. It's ruined. I got to have a 2-minute nap. But Kim Ji Chan leading things off, 190. Looks outside, and it's 1-1. Boschley, he did pitch fairly well in his first one. Pick of the day, Kia. Uh, I would not go with that. Actually, no, I think they have Aller on the mound. That's going to be a 4-2 ground out or 4-3 ground out to start the game. So he features, you can see on the screen there, he features 6 pitches, a two-seamer 37% of the time, 141, sweeper, changeup, cutter, four-seam, and a curveball. This is something new this year is they're actually showing more than the top 4 pitches, which is surprising. Before, they only showed the top 4 pitches, but to now. So Boschley, again, pitched serviceable in his first day. He pitched 5 innings, didn't give up any runs, had a 1.4 whip, so there was that. He did have 7 strikeouts in that game, though. As switched here. My tablet is super slow today. A swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. There we go. Now, thank you, thank you. And a swing and a miss there. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and 2 away. I am really not sure why my tablet is archaically slow today. That is not good, as I rely on that pretty much. Yeah. Who does NC have on the mound is the question. They're starting their foreigner. Yeah, I could see where you'd say Kia. But again, Kia's offense is so bad. All right, the 1-0 pitch to Gujauk. Gujauk 286 on the season. Misses low, 2-0. Getting 333 in this series. Again, Samsung, rough start to their season. They've won 4 straight. Then you had KT with a great start to their season, but have lost the last 2, as that one is outside, and it's 3-0. He did have 2 walks in his 5 innings, his first game. That was the game against Hanwha. 3-0 pitch catches the bottom of the zone, 3-1. Yeah, KT, they put some pieces. They were I almost feel like it's very different, as the 3-1 is going to be grounded to the second baseman, and another 4-3 put out to 1-2-3 go the old Samsung Leonaise, as we go to the bottom of the first. They don't really have a lot of change, just because Monday's an off day for everyone. He has been a machine. few people having a super solid starts to their season. You've got try to think. You've got Anhyun Min, obviously for KT. That was my pick for the MVP of the season. Then you have obviously Peraza for Hanwha is playing extremely well. Yuji Huck for Samsung is off to an incredible start. You've got Austin Dean, Heredia, all those guys having really good starts to the season. Shortstop for SSG, the Pak Sung Han, having a ridiculously good season to start also. But here we got to the bottom of the inning. He has not thrown a pitch. This is the injury replacement. I think they just saw him in the WBC and they called him up. It's like, hey, can you come start some games for us? I guess be big down there in I guess up there in Seoul. Wong Jun Saw getting a spot start while they wait for their foreign arm to come back or their new foreign arm to be ready. He has to get his physical and all of that stuff. Shaewon Jun will lead things off. He's settled down a little bit. So he's down to 364 now on the season. He was one of those pickups. So Chaewon Jun, manning center field. They've struggled there. Go back to work and there's no baseball. Can't get much worse than that, I don't think. As the first pitch from Laughlin is in there for a strike. And that's way outside, 1-1. Oh, Chaewon Jun. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom, 1-2. Yeah, anytime Iuri is on the mound, I would take the other team. I imagine he is probably done as a starter for a while. He is not good. Yeah, and the 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside, lifts that one to left field, goes back, and then decides to come back in, running back in, makes the catch. One away. Must have got confused and where he was. Again, he's kind of been switching back and forth with Chae Hyung-woo, the DH, as Kim Hyun-soo. For Doosan, has to be Jung Soo Bin as Kim Hyun Soo steps in and looks at strike one on the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Ah, sounds about right. 0-1. 1-1. Oh, Lachlan, 5 pitches. He actually has a pretty good ratio there, running that four seam 40% of the time, but he's also mixing in a bunch of others. That is 150 on the gun there. Strike up at the top of the zone as he swings through it. And the 1-2 pitch. Lifts that one. A center fielder goes over and comes on in. 2 away. Brings up On Hyun Min. Yeah, I believe they would be because Doosan has their foreign starter and Hanwha has Wong Jun Soo or Wong Jun Saw, who has really. Thank you, Jacob. Welcome. Yeah, Hanwha has Wong Jun Saw, who has had some success as a starter, but he really only has 2 pitches, and so he's not able to go very deep in the lineup. And with Hanwha's manager having an awful career with pitch management, it usually doesn't end up well. It usually ends up him running into some trouble and getting into way too much trouble. Yeah, now the 0-1 pitch pops him up. Will it get out of play? It shall. And it's 0-2. Yeah, I would take KT today. I would take Doosan and probably Kia and LG. And the 0-2 pitch. Did he go around? I think he did. Yes, he did. And that will be his first strikeout of the day. Looks like they're going to review it, but looked to me like he went around. We'll have a video replay on the check swing, but and it really looked like he went around to me. I mean, I am a little farther away from the game than they are. Yep, he went around. I called it. Yep, follow me for all your check swing video replays, ladies and gentlemen. I'll call them live, and I am 100% today. What up, Big Dinger? Welcome back. That's it for the first inning. 6 up, 6 down, 2 Ks. As we have got an early pitching battle, ladies and gentlemen. An early pitching battle. 3 up, 3 down. It's my the amount of times I've heard this song because of this commercial. LG's already up 2-0. Like I said, Doosan, LG, Kia, let's see, Veneziano, and SSG. Lotte has one of the again one of the most overrated Korean starters on the mound. It's actually Lotte's highest paid player. He's not good. He did have an ERA under 5 in the last 2 seasons. 11-3 last year, 6-11 the year before. He just, yeah, to me, what I've seen of him, just not good. But we'll have the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up here in the top of thy second inning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. It'll be Diaz, Chae Hyung-woo, and Yu Ji Hyuk. What's up, Godin? Ooh, we are back. We didn't get much time there as that is in there for a strike at the top of the zone. Only 11 pitches for Boschley in that first inning. Diaz hitting .393 on the season. And not hitting the home runs he did last year, as that one is low. 1-1. Does have 2 souvenirs, but way off his pace from last year. 50 home runs last year. 153 RBIs, I believe, is that one is way outside, and it's 2-1. Hit his second one, 130 meters. That's a bomb and a half. And the 2-1 is got under it a little bit. It's a second baseman out into the grass, back onto the dirts. That will be 1 away. Out and in, out and in. Wonder how much the wind is blowing today, because these outfielders, anything up in the air, they seem to be running around a little bit. So I haven't seen any pictures or videos or anything of the wind or the flags or anything yet. So Kiwi. And that's in there. Yeah, like I said. I told you yesterday, Jacob, that Doosan should win this one. Should win today is Chae Hyung-woo, 296 in his return to the Lions. That misses low, 1-1. is a foul away. 1-2. Friday was the best, should have been the best matchup in this series, or not this series, but the Hanwha Doosan series. But then with the injury to Flexen, Hanwha instantly took over. I don't think there's no jinxing with that, as that slap to the left, but it's foul. Yeah, the Friday game, it should have been the best game of the series, but unfortunately, Flexen got hurt early and ended up being just an absolute a mess of a game, from what I understand. The 1-2 pitch sets up on the inside, way, way, way up and outside. And here we go, the 2-2 pitch. That is a foul away again. That sounded very strange. Could be me dancing. Could be me on TV in a couple weeks. Just looking at strike 3 again. That just sounds. If anybody's listening to the other game, I don't have the audio for your guys's for the game we're watching. But it sounds really strange. Like, I want to describe it as, it sounds like somebody's like hitting a hollow bucket. As that is a slapped foul again. Boschley, 23 pitches already, 11 in the first inning, at 12 in this inning, because Chae Young-woo is just not going down on strikes. In the this game, which game? Swing and a miss there. A foul into the old balls. I got 2 hits on that one. Just keeps fouling it off, fouling it off. Chae Young-woo giving him the old pat on the backside. I guess trying to get him to cough him back up. Kang Min-ho looking on. Jang Sung-woo getting all the catchers. This game? No, I don't think so. All right, let's try this again. Another pitch here in this at bat. Still just 2-2. Sets up on the outside. That's right back up the middle, and that's going to be the first hit of the day. He just needed to see 10 pitches. That's all it took. Brings up the number 6 hitter, Yuji Hyuk, who has been absolutely on fire to start. If this was in Daegu, I would say 11. I would say more than 11, but you have better starters than yesterday's game. Samsung's missing 2 of their starters. Well, really 3 of their starters. As Kang Min-ho is also not in the lineup. And that's a Mrs. Low. 1-0. That's why I would say under 11. And Boschley didn't give up any runs in his first game. 5 innings, no runs, not even any unearned. That was the 1-0 pitch, swing, and I missed there, 1-1. Bases loaded, nobody out, and they don't get a run in. That Doosan offense is in prime. As that is going to be lifted up to left field. Hilliard coming in and makes the catch, and 2 away. They were up 2-0 when I looked. Are they? What happened now? They're still up 2-0. Yeah, their starting pitching has been off to a real rough start to Jalen. All right, to 2 outs now. Kim Young-un steps in. He's a guy that's had the super long double yesterday as he hit it off the wall, but watched it hit off the wall, then finally decided to run. That is misses at the bottom of the zone, 1-0. 29 pitches now for Boschley. It's 18 in this inning. Here comes pitch 19 of this inning. And that's way outside again. 2-0. I guess it looks like all these guys have Under Armour uniforms. I didn't think Under Armour made them, as that's his swing and a miss there. I thought Nike for Kuhn and Under Armour for Samsung this is what I was talking about. It's off the top of the wall, and he walked all the way to first base, and then an awful slide into second. I would have just told him to come on into the dugout and sit down if that was for me, as that's a 2-1 pitch up the middle. Che Young-woo is going to round second, head to third. Getting on with it, the big guy, is that's another single. 2 singles in this inning. It's got runners on first and third with 2 outs. All right, so Paxe Hyuk hitting 125 on the season. The backup catcher getting the start today. The only left-handed hitting catcher in the league is that's way outside. 1-0, 33 pitches now for Bosley or Boschley. You really got to worry about that pitch count getting up there. Yesterday, a long game, 8-6. And the 1-0 pitch catches the outside corner, 1-1. One for 8. And he's been chasing a championship for years. The 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside. Pops it up. Hilliard coming in. And that will be 3 away. They leave 2 on, a couple singles. No runs. We go to the bottom of the seconds. Goose eggs. He has got some pitch count issues, it seems like. Now, KT is also going to have their 4, 5, 6 hitters leading this inning off. Again, both teams went 3 up, 3 down to start that. The only score anywhere in the league so far today is LG's up 2-0, and they're in the top of the seconds with 2 outs. So outside of that, nothing. Another guy having a solid season is Brooks for Kuhn. Who is leading the league in WAR right now? Hmm. Park Sung Han with a almost a one win above replacement already. A .93, 14 hits and 10 RBIs already for him, hitting 538 through the first week of baseball. 12 hits in his last 5. Just having a much better start to this season. Last year he was really struggling. As there was the first pitch, it just came back. Late's return here, but it's fouled away and it's 0-1. Hilliard looks at the ball one in the dirt. It's 1-1. 258 for Hilliard. Kiwis has him on watch. And that misses low and away. 2-1. 2 homers, 8 hits, 7 RBIs, 333 on base percentage for the left fielder. That misses inside, 3-1. And that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Both no-hitters gone, both perfect games gone, both off singles. That brings up Jang Sang-woo. Yeah, sort of. So the app that I've always used, it suddenly doesn't work for iPhone. So I had to find a different app, but it doesn't have, it's not organized very well. That's Mrs. Lowe. So yeah, it's I have to, the way it works is I have to record them off my phone and then transfer them to my computer and then edit out the video into an audio file and then upload it into the little boxes that I use. So I mean, it's a couple hours per team. As that almost hits him there. Yeah. So it depends on what you look at. If you're talking about attendance, I think soccer is more popular because there's just more leagues. If you're talking about a percentage of seats sold, baseball, if you're talking about like up and coming young athletes, it's soccer. As that one misses low, 3-0. Nope. He what did he do? He's a 4-3 ground out. Liticus. All right, Jang Sung-woo, 417 on the season. He's got a 3-0 count here. And that's a get me over fastball. 149 on the old radar gun. Both starters running into a little bit of trouble here in the second inning after the 1-2-3 first innings. Sets up on the inside. Nope. Throws over to first. Yeah, that's in there for a strike and runs the count full. First full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. First full count of the day. Uh, Liticus, are you in the US or where? Yeah, the whole soccer thing is kind of strange, and at this point, I would almost even say a lot of the the top Korean baseball guys actually go directly to the U.S. as that's fouled away. No, Ponce is good enough for the MLB. Is remember he was a highly recruited and a high top prospect when he was with the Pirates organization, but he really dealt with a lot of injuries. Even when he was in Japan, he was dealing with a lot of injuries. But Liticus, if you're in the U.S., I suggest, as I'll talk about it after this pitch here, and it sets up way on the outside. That's going to be rolled over. The shortstop's going to have to go to first, though. And that's going to be a 6-3 putouts. But Hilliard moves up a bag over to second base. And that brings up the number 6 hitter, old Kim Sang-soo. Yeah, so if you're in the U.S., if you look at the top of that YouTube channel, it says SOOP, SOOP. You can actually watch the game with me live there. So you can, the KBO has free international broadcast on that channel. They're all in Korean except for my broadcast, which is obviously going to be in English. That misses up high. Yeah, when I first moved here, I went to quite a few games. I went to maybe 6 or 7 games. But I just found it boring. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 now to the old Kim Water. Yeah, an 0-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside, misses up high, 2-1. Yeah, also, Liticus, there's an app called My KBO. I think it's called My KBO Live now. It's actually were you on there? So if you go to the description for this video, I actually have a link to my channel on that program, and then you can go there, hit the little star. The star is like a subscribing. Don't subscribe. You can subscribe if you want, but you have to pay to subscribe there. You can do a loyal follower, which is the same as a subscriber on YouTube, and then you'll be able to get my broadcast there, as that is filed into Pak Se-hyuk's little ankle, but he's got wraparound padding there. So yeah, go to the description. There'll be a link there to my channel on SOOP. And from there, same with you guys. I know 31 people are right now watching on SOOP with me. Number one, if you guys can all hit the little thumbs up, whether it's YouTube or on SOOP, super helpful, especially on SOOP, as the 2-2 pitch is popped up out into the grass as the second baseman makes the catch. 2 away. Yeah, so on SOOP, if you give a thumbs up, that's called an up or a recommendation, and it actually, thank you, goated. Just like that, it actually pushes out the stream a lot more, and it will end up like yesterday. I think we had 7 recommendations yesterday. It ended up pushing out. I was on the main page, on the trending page, and all of that stuff. So it is massively helpful over on SOOP. Obviously, the thumbs up also help on the likes on YouTube also help, as that is going to be ripped, and that's going to be trouble. That's going to drop down, and 1-2 hop into the wall. Hilliard is going to come around to score as Oh Yoon Suk continues his hot starts. with an RBI double, and KT takes the early 1-0 lead. Oh Yoon Suk getting the start over at third base. He wasn't in the starting lineup at the beginning of the season, as they can't ignore him now, as he's hitting, I believe, well over 400. A slider that just hung. As that brings up a Hansung take. Swing and a miss there. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, yesterday was a fantastic day. It obviously helps that yesterday my broadcast at 2 o'clock is the only game, so they don't have others to battle with. But thank you. It super helpful. As the 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside, Johansson take. And that catches the outside. A beautiful pitch there, and that's 0-2. Yeah, I applied on SOOP to be an official sports streamer. That puts me in a specialized sports category and all of that stuff. So I'm still trying to figure out all the SOOP stuff, and I speak and read Korean. It's still difficult for me. As the 0-2 pitch sets up on the inside, misses low. Luckily, I have a contact at the company that helps me deal with anything that I'm trying to figure out. So at least that's there. Yeah. All right. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Another strikeouts, but the single, a ground out, and an RBI double puts KT up 1-0 as we go to the third inning. Samsung's going to have their 9-1-2 coming up. All about that. There we go. Forgot one there. Again, more. I talked about this last time. The same toothbrush and toothpaste commercial. It's a quick updates around the league. Again, so Kium's added one. Kia's added one. So we've got LG's up at 2-1 against Kium, and Kia's now up 1-0 against NC. Jim took Kia today, and so he's sitting nicely there. KT obviously is who I would pick today on the stream. Let you guys in on a little secrets. So I have my own uniforms, my own Dreadrock TV full-on baseball uniforms. They are amazing. I even have a name and number on the back. Yeah, it's just like in the US or whatever. It's today is I don't know, a K-pop guy who just in time to see the first pitch. SBS Sports is not messing around. Yang Hyun getting his, I believe, his first start. And a swing and a miss there. "24 pitches in that last inning for Boschley. Yeah, oftentimes, especially so like thank you. You found it, Liticus? as that is going to be a slap single in front of the left fielder, and that's another hit to lead off single for Samsung. Third hit of the day, third single of the day, as flips the lineup back up to the top. Yep, you did it. We have reached the goal of 5, and you found it. Yeah, to like add in mine as a like the pages you follow or whatever, there should be a little star somewhere. I don't know where I don't know where anything is. I'm sorry, guys. Uh, I can't actually watch my SOOP streams in Korea. As that one misses low and away. Kim Ji-chan 0 for 1 on the day, a 4-3 ground out in his first at bat. But yeah, I can't actually watch my streams or my video on demands or anything like that because it's geo blocked. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch. He drops down the bunt. He is fast, but it doesn't help whenever you bunt it foul. And it's 1-1. So I don't know where any. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. I want to call you Teliticus, but I feel like I'm gonna say something wrong. So you're just gonna have to be Liticus. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch to Kim Ji-chan. Will he try to drop down a bunt again? He is again one of the fastest guys in the league. One of the smallest guys in the league. Samsung has a lot of speed. Kim Ji-chan is a very fast. Kim Sung-yoon, who got hurt yesterday, very fast. EJ Hyun, plenty of speed at shorts. They've got a couple other guys that have plenty of speed. Kim Young-un, also plenty of speed over there at third. And that is not going to be a bunt. That is going to be a fly out to right field. And 1 away. That's why you bunt, ladies and gentlemen. No. That's not why you bunt. Now that brings up the old hammer. Ham Soo-ho getting the start after Lee Sung-yoon went down yesterday. Okay. The star or the thumbs up? The star? As that is just catches the bottom of the zone. And it's 0-1. Yes, welcome. That's what I was worried about reading it at. It's actually, that is exactly what I was worried about. All right, the 0-1. That misses outside. And if you hear all of the subscribers and the recommendations and all of that is it's all going to be in Konglish. Yeah, I was trying to avoid accidentally saying that. I'm sure that it's very possible some of my students are checking this out. All right, the 0-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside, slaps that one foul, stays 0-2. Okay, stars next to, yeah, so there you go. You heard it from Luke. If you guys, there's a little star that is next to my channel name. That makes you guys a loyal viewer. And depending on how many loyal viewers I have is whether or not I can go into certain categories. As the pitch, a swing and a miss up at the top of the zone. Second strikeout for the old hammer. That is the second strikeout of the day for Bosley, too. 2 away now. Brings up Gujauk. Someone was asking about him earlier, right? Who was asking? Teliticus. Gujauk is up now. As he checks over on first, and he's easily in there. All right. right, here we go. Nope. Checks over on the runner again. In the KBO, there is no disengagement limits like in the MLB. In the MLB, I think it's 3 disengagements. On the third one, you either have to get him out or he's automatically gets the next base. Uh, they don't have that in the Korean baseball organization or the KBO. That's a beautiful curveball. Drops in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Gujauk 0 for 1 on the day, a 4-3 ground out to end the first inning. Coming up here again in the third inning. Yeah, the tough part about that is that misses outside 1-1. Is if he does get on, he has Diaz behind him who can easily let him score. Oh, we got foreigners in the stands, ladies and gentlemen. We must just show them. As the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. Lots of foreign fans, lots of foreigners often in the KT stands. The military base for the U.S. military is Camp Humphreys. It's in Pyeongtaek, which is really close to KT's stadium in Suwon. So KT has a lot of military fans, and that is going to be a liner, a little soft liner right to the shortstop. That will be 3 away. They get a leadoff single, but it'll go 0 for 3 after. We will go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 KT. Getting hits, but not getting them well enough. There you go. Politicus, you're close. That's 0 for 2 on the day. Boschley is sitting nicely. The 9-1-2's coming up at the bottom, too. Yeah, none. Him and Park Min-woo is having a ridiculous start to his season. Absolutely crazy how well he has done to start. Yeah, usually it's the other way, Jim. Yeah, usually it's the other way. On Sunday, there's usually a ton of offense because the guys that start on Sunday are also the guys that start on Tuesday. And that's the only time of the week that a starter will make 2 appearances because there's no baseball on Monday. And because of that, if you pitch on Tuesday, you pitch on Sunday. If you pitch on Wednesday, you don't pitch until the next week on Tuesday. This is what they talk a lot about in the MLB about Japan and Korea, those pitchers making the transition to the MLB as a starter, where they have to pitch every 5 days instead of every 6 days. Yeah, so yeah, Sundays usually have more offense. Definitely have more offense. Sundays also are 2 p.m. games until I believe May. May they go to 5 p.m. games. Since they're 2 p.m. games, it's also hotter outside, which means the ball's going to carry a little bit better. Man, they are just cutting it close on these comebacks here. As that's going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman, throws over and 1 away. They are not messing around when they come back from break. It is coming back into the windup. So it's Chaewon Jun steps in now. 0 for 1 on the day. And that's in there for a strike on the outside. 0-1. Chaewon Jun flew out to left field in his first at-bats. Off to a really, really hot start. All right, the 0-1 pitch. He finally gets back in the batter's box. They do have the Yeah, the 0-1 misses outside. Yeah, so usually they have a little countdown up at the top that tells me how many seconds before it comes back, which is great about the KBO or at least the Korean broadcast, even like movies and stuff like that. As the 1-1 misses up high. Even like if you have a movie, you're watching a movie on TV and it'll tell you up at the top how long you have before it comes back, but it doesn't have that so far as that misses low. 3-1. I would say so. That's misses up high, ball four. That's just because Hanwha's bullpen is not very good. Not so much about Sunday. But Hanwha, they did get a quality start from their pitcher yesterday, which does obviously help them where they're not going through their main bullpen arms, but they did run into a little bit of issue late in the game. So some of their better ones it came back. Let me check. They're down 1-0 right now. And that's in there inside. Kim Yun Soo. Ball one there. 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to center field in his first at bats. And the newest KT Wiz signed the big off-season contract after winning a championship with LG last year. And they check over as he flops back onto the ground over at first base. Does attempt to steal some bases. The 1-0 pitch sets up on the outside. That's going to be a ground ball through the right side. Chaewon Jun is going to go, nope, he's going to hold up at second, and a walk and a single puts runners on first and second with just 1 out for one of the most dangerous men in baseball, An Hyun-min. Canes, B. Canes, what are you using? What app are you using now? The interpreter out there, the translator. 3 hits now given up, but 2 walks. Sorry, 1 walk. All right, so runners on first and second, runner on second, enough speed to score on a single. An Hyun-min steps in. He has plenty of power, plenty. Linty. Here's the first pitch. Low ball 1. 43 pitches now for O'Loughlin. 11 in the first, 24 in the second. He's only thrown 8 pitches so far, but he's got a lot of base runners on. I have no idea what that is. And that misses in the dirt. It's a 2-0. Yeah. So years ago, I want to say about 10 years ago, the teams would have like one English Korean translator, and he would be there for every single. He would be kind of the translator for everybody. And I met one of them out of the bar one night. I was out enjoying my my evening, and this guy actually came up to me and was like, "Hey, you're the baseball fan, right? You're the guy that's is always going to the baseball games." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I'm the translator." I was like, "Oh, okay." So we talked for a while. His English was not the best, as that's going to be ball four. He walks the bases loaded. Yeah, his English was not the best. I ended up just speaking Korean to him because he was with the bullpen catcher. So yeah, they most of the time they would just have one translator. Then if you remember years ago, Jared Hoying, he was a Hanwha right fielder and center fielder. I was at a game. I was at a SK Hanwha game, and when I say SK, it's now SSG. I was at a game and I was in a section. You know, I was just kind of standing. It was super hot, so I was standing back in the back, and I looked over and because I saw somebody with like a stroller, and it was his wife, and she was trying to get to her seat, and she couldn't do it because she couldn't speak English or she couldn't speak Korean, and then the other guy, the other people couldn't speak English, and I asked her if they get like a translator. She's like, no, they just have one for the game. So that is in the dirt. But when Matt Williams, former San Francisco Giant and then former Nationals manager came, he was the coach at Kia. He was the coach for the Kia Tigers at one point. As, the 1-0 pitch is low, 2-0. He was when he became the coach of the Kia Tigers, he actually arranged. No, everybody voted Samsung and KT. I didn't want to do Hanwha. I'll do Hanwha on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday next week. Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday is that one has popped up. Gets out of play, and ladies and gentlemen, he threw a strike. But he made it so that every player had their own translator. So that's kind of the standard now. Is they have their own translator to talk to people, but a lot of the players, as that one is lifted up, that's going to be trouble. Going at just in front of the warning track is Gujauk makes the catch, throws in, and that is going to be in a sacrifice fly to the left fielder, and that scores a run. It's now 2-0 with 2 outs. I do not. I know absolutely, literally nothing about gambling. I know nothing about gambling. Yeah, Moon Dong-ju, he'll talk in English, no problem. Yuan Jin speaks English pretty well. Kiwi, you said Kim Tae-yeon also speaks well, right? Is that's in there for a strike? Speaks a little. We do know that Moon Hyun Bin speaks zero Korean or zero English. The wing and a miss there. 0-2. Jang Sung-woo 0 for 1 on the day, 6-3 ground out. Did move the runner into scoring position though. Yeah. And then I will say Kim Bum-soo knows a couple words because he always tries to talk to me. Whenever I would see him, he would always try to talk. Yeah, some of them speak a little. They've spoke a little bit to me whenever I've seen them out or whatever. But I usually end up just Big Kev does. That misses way outside. I usually just automatically switch to Korean if I see any non-white person. I don't want to say non-white, non-Asian looking person. I almost always just immediately go to Korean. As the 2-2 is popped up. Diaz out into the grass and makes the catch. That was dangerous there, as the right fielder should have been taking that. They get a single and 2 walks, but the sacrifice makes it 2-0 KT. We go to the fourth. Leaving 2 more on. They've left 3 on. Samsung's also left 3 on. I wonder how much like a guy like Guan Min does, because he was in the Cubs organization for a while. And one thing that's foreigners don't realize is in Korea, starting from the 3rd grade, you learn English in public schools. So a lot of them will be able to speak, not fluently at all, but they'll be able to speak. And a lot of them, I don't support any team. I just do all the KBO. So like that is all the KBO today, since we have KT. We got KT over here, and we've got Samsung over here. So whichever teams are playing, I am a neutral observer. All right, we've got to be coming back pretty soon. I am going to hit the old button as soon as my stuff pops up. So Diaz is going to lead things off. You guys are getting some sweet Korean commercials. And now, why do we got this long break? Suddenly we have this super long break. Yeah, they haven't given up a run yet, so that's pretty good. But Zach Logue pitched well. And do we have a pitching change or something? I don't know why it's taking us so long to get back. I probably, Luke. Yeah. I had my fanhood for Hanwha. That's why I have like the Ryuhan Jin, and all of these signed baseballs are all Hanwha players from times I've been to games and stuff. Oh, Joe Adele. I remember watching him in the was it the Olympics is where I first saw him. I don't really watch the MLB too much. That is way outside. It's 2-1. Whoops, wrong side. Yeah. I mean, I'm 2 hours from the local team, and again, I used to live like a 10-minute walk to the stadium, but it's really changed a lot in the last 3 or 4 years, as that misses way up high, 3-1. Hello Kitty night, perfect. Who was it? LG. That is going to be a single right back up the middle, and again, a leadoff single for Samsung puts a runner on first. Since you're naturally a Twins fan, Twins last year did a collab with Hello Kitty. So every team does a Children's Day, which is March 5th. Good old sing. Thank you, Big Jibby. Super helpful right there. Yeah, so every team on Children's Day, which is the busiest day in the KBO, May 5th, as Che Hung-woo looks at to strike one outside. Che Hung-woo singled in his one at bat today, 1 for 1, but it was left on third base. So they do their collabs. Years ago, Kia did the Bread Barbershop. Kia did a Teeny Ping. Doosan did the Brawl Stars. LG has done the Minions. LG's done Hello Kitty. Yeah. So I know there's probably some Hello Kitty uniforms out there somewhere. As here we go, the 0-2 pitch. That misses outside, 1-2. Let me rephrase that. I say every team. I know that Lotte does Pokemon. Hanwha is the only team that does not do a collab. Kiwi is very upset about that. As the 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside, that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Underhand toss to the shortstop, throws to first. Thank you, Jim. Jim's everywhere today. He's in YouTube, he's in SOOP, he's everywhere. As the 4-6-3 ruins that one base runner. 2 away now, and that brings up number 6, Yuji Yuck. Best way to counter an old leadoff single is with the lovely 4-6-3. Collabs are awesome. As that's in there for a strike. Here he goes. I mean, you got this KT Wiz with the Charlie Brown collab. As the 0-1 pitch in the dirt, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball. Foul. And then I got another one just hanging out over here that I'm shelf. This was another collab Hanwha did with a Korean company. It just says 사랑한다 Eagles. Hanwha here as the 1-2 pitch misses way outside. But they did a little collab here. I like this one because they're huge. And because it also has Korean. As that one is going to be lifted into left field. Hilliard under it, though, and that's 3 away. The leadoff single erased on the double play. And then a fly out to left. Ends the 4th for Samsung. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-0 KT. Just, you should lean into it, Jim. Lean into it, man. Yeah. But I don't, it's the whatever it is, I don't know what the collab company. I had to like download an app to buy this. What is the whatever this company is? Olong Dong Dang Sangjom. Olong Dung Dang Sangjom. Whatever that is. Their mascot is a frog. Yeah. I don't know if I have any other collab stuff in here. No. Looking at all my stuff. I think that's about it. As far as in here, I have some other specialty uniforms. I have another room with all my uniforms are in another room because there's like 50 or so of them. The most recent Team Korea one was really nice. Not that crappy Fanatics thing that they wore during the WBC. All right, the 6, 7 hit, 8 hitters are going to come up for KT here in the bottom of the 4th. We'll see if who's still out there on the mound. All right, O'Loughlin. Apparently there was a ball. Didn't see it. Don't know where it went, but apparently there was a ball. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. And 1-1. And the 1-1, a beautiful curveball catches the top of the zone there, and it's 1-2. Kim Song-soo, 0 for 1 on the day, popped up to the second baseman in his first at bat. Kim Song-soo. Yeah, KT has the best uniforms, no question. That's misses up high, 2-2. I wouldn't say they have the best collabs. They have the Peanuts collab, as that's going to be a ground ball. A shortstop over to his right, grabs it, throws in time, and 1 away. KT definitely has the best uniforms, though. Kia has the best Children's Day uniforms. The teeny ping, and it was cool because, like, so you have like Kim Do Young was like last year was instead of Kim Do Young, he was Do Young Ping or something like that. And the 1-0 is fouled away. Oh Yoon Suk with that RBI double that puts KT on the board in the second inning. 1 for 1 on the day. Yeah, KT has this 80s pixel uniform that's pretty sweet. NC has a really sweet pixel uniform also, as the 1-1 misses up high. 2-1. The old game Bubble Bobble. They had a Bubble Bobble 80s pixel uniform last year. I've been trying to get that one for the whole year. Swing and a miss there. Lotte used to have a bunch of uniforms. They release a Pokemon one like every 3 months. As that one is popped up, shortstop still out on the dirt under it. 2 away. Brings up the number 8 hitter, Han Sung-taek. Lotte used to have, they called the highlighter uniforms. They had this like bright neon orange and a bright neon green uniform. I've been trying to find one of those for about 4 years now, but I can't ever find one, as it was a very limited run. As swing and a miss there, 0-1. Or sorry, not a swing and a miss, just a strike down at the bottom of the zone. Those of you guys watching are probably like, wait, what? I didn't see a swing. All right. Thank you for stopping by. I'll be back in 2 days for the Tuesday night game. Hanwha threatening. Yep, I'll be back Tuesday nights. Will be SSG versus Hanwha, as that's a swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Han Sung-taek, and that is the third strikeout for O'Loughlin. We will go to the 5th inning. It's 2-0 KT. That was a quick inning. Quick inning. We are cruising through this game, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely flying. LG's up 4-1 right now. Kia's up 2-0 against NC. Lotte's up 2-0 against SSG. And then KT's up 2-0 against Samsung here. Only game that is scoreless is the Hanwha game. They've got runners on second and third with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Da-da-da. Sure. Apparently there was something happened. I don't know. We didn't see it. All right. I think he called time. Kim Young-un will have the 7, 8 to 9 hitters coming for Samsung in the top of the fifth here. And the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. They like money, Luke. It's printing money at this point, man. That's going to be rolled over. Second baseman grabs it, throws to first, and one away. And Paksei Hyaka looks at a strike right down the middle. Oh, gets out of trouble. I don't know where that place is, Kiwi. As that is lifted to right field. Second baseman traveling out, but An Hyun Min calls him off. And 2 away. Oh, center. Jung Soo Bin. The problem, Luke, is they're so hard to pick up. They sell out within minutes. I would even say within seconds. Like servers crashing. Is that's in there for a strike. Yeah, we speak freedom except for anyone else. The 0-1 pitch to Paksei Hyuk. Oh, sorry, to Yang Woo Hyun. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 0-2. Nice, beautiful pitch there. Just catches that bottom corner. He has singled in his first at bats back in the third inning, led off the inning with a single, but hung out by himself over at first base until the end of the inning. Tapping the glove on the ground. He's going to throw it in the dirt. He chases it, but it does get a piece. A home run. Everybody in the starting lineup gets a hit, and Oraklund gets his first win. That is the prediction for the day from that guy. He is, how do we say, not Nostradamus. 1-2 count here. 2 outs. The number 9 hitter, Yang Woo Hyun. Nope. As that is going to be another single into center field. That might be trouble as he's got to come in. Second hit of the day for him. Yeah, they just instantly sell out. There'll be lines. Like, this is how crazy the KBO is right now, guys. Say the uniforms, the stadium opens at say 5 o'clock, okay, or actually 6 o'clock on a Saturday during the summer. All the teams have a summer uniform. Okay, as Kim Ji-chan looks at the ball one up high. All the teams have a summer uniform. Hanwha fans will be sleeping outside the stadium at like 11 o'clock at night so that they can be first in line to get into the stadium when the new uniforms release. Like, that is how popular the KBO is right now. It's like watching people line up for the first iPhone or the PlayStation. whenever they first came out. Like, it's so ridiculous. And it 100% did not used to be like that at all. All right, the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. I'll throw it over to first, and that's is 3 away. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 2-0 KT. Samsung out hitting KT, but they can't do anything with it. They're 1 for 8 with runners on base, 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. They just cannot put stuff together. Except for Hanwha. Hanwha is the only, I think, the only team that doesn't have more female fans than yeah, Hanwha is the only team that I think doesn't have more female fans than male fans. Yeah. An old dirty sausage party with $3,000 cameras, $2,000 zoom lenses, and terabytes of SD cards. Bunch of 40, 50-year-old men, maybe their 30s, 30 to 50-year-old men lining up the night before so that they can get a front row seat to the cheer section so that they can use their 200 millimeter zoom lens to check the pour count on the 18-year-old cheerleaders. The amount of creepy is difficult to explain. Oh, it's so ridiculous. I've had students that, like, I remember last year or 2 years ago, I had a female student, a girl, 5 years old. She had on a Yankees sweatshirt and a Dodgers pants or something like that. Like, it was something like that. She had two teams that do not go together. All right. We've got Egon Mean leads things off and has got an 0-1 counts now. That is in the dirt, 1-1. Yeah. I think that a lot of that is the U.S. too. I wouldn't. Yeah. The 1-1. That's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman over to his left. Gets it, throws to first. Flips the lineup back up to Chaewon June. Two hours, Arbo. I didn't even know you drove. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Why are you driving, Arpo? You live in Seoul now. And that's in there for a strike. Harpo, can you drive a stick? Can you drive a manual? Sweet. You can drive the Damas, Harpo. That is way outside. 1-0. 1-2. Sorry. Chaewon June, 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to left in his first at bat. Did you rent a car or did? As that's going to be a single through the left side. KT's got a 1-out base runner. Same exact situation that they were in 2 innings ago is Ekong led off the inning with a 4-3 groundouts in the third inning. And then Chaewon Jun walked to get on base in the third. This inning, Ekong Min starts with a 4-3 groundout, and Chaewon Jun gets on base with a single. Yeah. The Dodgers, the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Athletics were all huge fashion MLB stuff. Like the amount of Dodgers and Yankees hat available on New Era's websites is unbelievable. That is creepy, Steve. Like that is super, super creepy. Woo, up in the face of Kim Hyun-soo. 76 pitches now for Oriclin. That's one thing. I've never been to a car show here in Korea. Never been to the racetrack. I know there's a couple that you can go to here in Korea. Yeah, this is the 1-0 pitch. Nope. Throws. Oh, they pick him off. Throw to first, throw to third, second, to first base, and then to the shortstop. Tags him out. Maybe that was the second baseman. That erases the old base runner, and 2 away. Yeah. 3, 6, 3, 4. Put up. I do like the Athletics hat. Yeah. That's going to be a single up the middle, and that is turning out to be a big pickoff. As Kim Hyun-soo, back-to-back singles, but they've only got one base runner, courtesy of the pickoff. An Hyun-min steps in now. A Woodland. Yeah, I like the Athletics hat. I would never buy one. All right, An Hyun-min needs a different bat. He's got the donut stuck on that one. They call him the Korean gorilla or gorilla, but old gorilla can't get the donut off of his bat. He's gonna have to hit the old weight room after the game. I got a bunch of random ones. I got about 15 Hanoi Eagles hats over there. An Hyun-min Rookie of the Year uniforms. I like the pinstripe there. Go Young Kyo jackets. It's all about the money in the KBO. 3-run homer. Boom. There's An Hyun-min. Swing and a miss there, way out in front of that changeup. Thank you, thank you. What's a knock? What's a knock? As the 1-0. When I see knock, I just think North Korean won. All right, so the 2-1 count on Hyun-min. Runner on first is Kim Hyun-soo. He needs a triple. Swing and a miss. No, like he's a good. What I think is going to happen, Arpo, and hear me out on this. O'Loughlin is, after the 6 weeks is up, he's going to be somebody's Asian quota replacement. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss there. Struck him out for the second time today. He's not a guy that strikes out a lot, but he does today. That's the end of the fifth. We will take a little bit of a break. We'll come back after the stretch. See you in a few. All right, we're back. Top of the sixth inning. Both pitchers swinging this there. This I believe this might be the first time that I have ever streamed a game this year that has two pitchers that can actually qualify for a victory. The first pitch, that one's way outside. Norwegian Viking money. Some pieces of 8. Some silver tiles. Tiles. There's Boschley. And they have a 1-1 pitch here. Way outside again. 2-1. Hansu Ho, 0 for 2 on the day with a couple Ks. Yeah, Arpo. I don't think so, Arpo. But maybe. You never know. As the 0-2 pitch runs inside, 3-0. 3-1. Running into some issues with his command after coming back from that break. And way outside. A leadoff walk brings up the number 3 hitter, Gujahook. No home run. Korean Arpo, an absolute whiff of a guess. He didn't even swing the bats. All right, now that he's gone around, Achawuk. That misses outside. 4 straight balls. That is ripped, but foul. Nice play over there by the first base coach. 1-1 now. No, there'll just be people complaining about me not spelling it right. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch just sets up right down the middle. And that is a lifted foul. 1-2 now. It is starting to get hot in this apartment. I'm going to have to turn on the old fan. If I could actually get this thing to work. And that is fouled away again. Using the old ACs for the first time. He's probably hurt. I've adjusted pretty well. I'm still kind of getting used to everything, but for the most part, I've adjusted. As the 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside and lays off of it to 2-2. It is nice now though, because I have air conditioners in every single room. So I don't ever have to worry about getting super hot. Yeah. As that is a fouled away. Oh, Luke, you've subscribed. Thank you. Yeah, the crazy thing is I put them in Korean because I don't know how they spell their English names and the Korean names too. The Korean is I can't spell them in English. And that misses, and that's gonna be ball 3-2. First full count of the day for Samsung. As again, these two pitchers have been working really quickly. Hilliard. And here we go. The 3-2 pitch misses outside. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks has got runners on first and second with nobody out. Diaz will step in. He is enjoying the taste of leather. And misses inside. just missing, not by much, but enough to be a ball, especially with this ABS system. And those of you that aren't aware, the full ABS system. Win or wow, Arpo. Win or wow, as the 1-0 is lifted into center field. But at the wall is Chaewon Jun, and he makes the catch. Hamsu Ho will step up. That will be one away. A big out there is they've at least made it a double play away from getting out of this inning. Did move the runner up. Yeah. Like, and the other thing is like some, like some will spell it with a G, some will spell it with a K, some will spell it U, some will spell it with an EO. So I never know how the Korean translates into English. So I always just use the Korean, as that is low. And then, yeah, like Hilliard, I would not spell it like that if I was in turn. As the 1-0 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop throws it to the second baseman and then over to first. The 6-4-3 double play keeps the shutout alive. And we go to the bottom of the sixth. Routine didn't even have to rush it at all, Jim. Just a light toss over to first base because Chae Young-woo was not beating out anything. Yeah, Arpo, there wasn't a formalized way of spelling going from romanization. There wasn't a formalized way until a couple years ago, but a lot of people still spell it differently. Like I don't know the names of the vowels in Korean, but it's my life. It's not. The amount of times I see the video for this toothpaste, again, Korean toothpaste is awful, by the way. If you ever come to Korea, bring toothpaste because it does not taste good. It is awful. All right, we should be coming back. It's my life. Again, the same commercial on again. This is what I keep hearing, ladies and gentlemen. Ichi. That is what I'm saving you guys from having to listen to right there. I'm saving you guys from having to listen and watch that commercial that's been on at least 5 times now. As Hilliard looks at just strike one in there on the inside corner. "82 pitches in the first 5 innings for O'Lachlin. I'm reading this Korean name. It's O'Lachlin, but it should be like O'Lachlin, as that's Mrs. Lowe, 1-1. Oh, it's just not. Yeah, I order deodorants and toothpaste from Amazon. As the 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. 1-2. Yeah, deodorant is super expensive in Korea. I can order it from Amazon. I can order like a 6-pack from Amazon and have it shipped to Korea for less than it costs for one little like travel size thing. Another strikeout for O'Lachlin. 5th strikeout of the day for him. That's one away, bringing up Jang Sung-woo. Then yeah, or you get like the bamboo toothpaste. I don't know if any of you have ever tried that. KT's War Top 5, Jang Sung-woo, An Hyun-min. Yeah, the 1-0 is ripped foul 1-1. So I use Amazon to get Ball Boy having to give that a chase. So we are gonna have to put you on the trading block, sir. Yeah, mainly yeah, toothpaste, deodorant, pants, socks, stuff like that. That's gonna be a throw over to first and a 2 away. 6-3 on that putouts. The reason why for socks and stuff like that is in Korea, they really only go up to like a size 10 in shoes. And because they only go up to size, it's not necessarily a luxury. It's Koreans don't generally need it. And it's a genetic thing, as that's in there for a strike and it's 0-1. The reason why is because Koreans don't really sweat. If they do sweat, the same gene that is filed away. I'll give you guys a little science lesson here in today's KBO broadcast. The same gene that is used that they talk about the Asian flush or the Asian glow, where Asians turn red whenever they drink alcohol, as that is way up and out, is also the same gene that causes sweat to break down with the bacteria and cause an odor. And since Koreans don't have that, as that's a ground ball to the shortstop, throws across, and 1-2-3, go the KT Wiz. We go to the 7th inning. It's 2-0. Yeah, so that same gene that causes the bacteria to break down with sweat to cause an odor is the same gene the same gene that causes you to sweat or to get red whenever you drink. Since Koreans, that gene is a bonus that they don't get red and they drink, and so they don't have to worry about that. But so that same thing makes it so that deodorant is just really not needed here in Korea. So I wouldn't say a specialty product, but it's more like it's a limited quantity product, which causes the price to obviously go up. And then like socks and stuff, most Korean shoe stores only carry up to like a 10 or a 10.5. I wear 11, 11.5, sometimes 12. And because of that, socks are all free size. Free size means there's one size. The problem with that is with my feet, I end up blowing through some toes after a couple wears. So I just order my socks from Amazon or whatever, like all my running socks and regular socks, because otherwise it just goes through it. Yeah. All right. We should be back. Look at that. So we're timing this one perfect, maybe. All right. Kim Min Soo out on the mound now. Getting our first pitching change of the day. Oh, a quality starts for Bosley. He will face the number 6 hitter, Yuji Huck. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I buy it. I buy it like 2 packs, 2 or 3 at a time, as that one is lifted to left field, but it gets foul and then bounces onto the top of the bullpen, and it's 0-1. Korea has a thing with Amazon, so if you buy over $49 worth of stuff, you get free international shipping. So that is also a huge, huge plus. As the 0-1 pitch, that is a ground ball to the second baseman. Picks it up, throws over, and one away. You're moving right along in this game. Under 2 hours, already through 6 innings, 6+ innings. Kim Jong-un steps in now, 1 for 2 on the day, singled in his first at-bats, and then a 4-3 ground out in his second. Yeah, I always order the Colgate whitening toothpaste. That's Mrs. Lowe. But Koreans, I'm obviously generalizing here, but the amount of students I see with like capped teeth, like they'll be like 4 years old and they've got 3 fake teeth. They've got 3 capped teeth in the back. Like the amount of times I see with capped teeth, because that's in there for a strike on the bottom corner, 2-1. I'm sure Kiwi will say the same thing if he's still watching. He's got a big game to go watch. The old Hawks. Hawks are playing live today. But I'm sure he's got a bunch of young 5, 6, and 7-year-old kids. And I say 5, 6, and 7, that's Korean age. 3, 4, and 5, Western age is the 2-1. A swing and a miss there, 2-2. No, it's super cheap. Like super, super cheap. Like you can go to the dentist and get like a cleaning for like $10, maybe $15 now. The 2-2 is rolled over and off the first baseman. The throw to the pitcher, not in time. What a play over there off of Kim Hyun-soo, not able to make the play, but the second baseman, Kim Sang-soo, is able to pick it up, throws over to Kim Min-soo, who's trying to cover, but Kim Jong-un moves a little bit fast enough. I don't know what it is, Jim, but it is. I was so surprised. He is hobbling a little bit. Oh, we got a runner over on first base now with 1 out. That should be an error. That'll be an E3. Oh, luckily nobody was hurt over there. Rolling around on the ground. Touches the bag, brings his hand up so he doesn't get stepped on. All right, so I think we either checking on him, making sure that he can still throw, is what we're waiting for. Yeah, it's not that they don't sweat; they still sweat. It's just I don't know. It's to me, Koreans in general have a low. I don't want to say they have a lower body temperature, but they feel cold at a lower temperature than I do. Like I don't really get cold that much in Korea, but like I'll be in short sleeves and my students will be in like a sweater and they'll wear a coat. The way I kind of explain this is for me, like I worry about when I'm going to get hot and they worry about when they're going to get cold. We've got a pinch hitter here, Kang Min Ho pinch hitting for Park Se-hyuk. And check swing, but it's in there for a strike anyway. He will stay in and catch. We got a time called here. I don't know what we're doing. They're checking with the balk. Thought that there might be a balk, so they called time, went to go talk, and he excluded his case. Now the Samsung manager's coming out to get clarification. I don't know why. I don't know why the bench coach has to come out constantly like that. Yeah, that's what dude. It's so like the difference is so drastic. The 0-1 is fouled away. Yeah, they have AC. Here's my AC for this room, but most of them don't have. There's no central air or anything. What a good start, huh, Kiwi? How's his defense been though? A 0-2 pitch fouled away, stays 0-2. It's never the front. It's never the front. It's always the back. It's always the back. It's so maybe it's like when they're brushing their teeth, they aren't brushing all the way back, I guess. As that is lifted to right field. The right fielder on Mean under it makes the catch and 2 away. Brings up the number 9 hitter. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Yeah, I actually when I moved to Korea, I already had a cavity, but you know, the US is so expensive for dental work. I ended up having a root canal, a tooth taken out and then, you know, drilled through. Is that's going to be a ground ball? Foul. I have central air in this apartment, and that is why I chose this apartment. But so they took the X-rays and they I think part of the reason why they have so many is because of what happened whenever I went to go get my X-rays done. Is that's filed away 0-2. They said foreigners, at least Westerners, have really deep roots for their teeth, and so they had very like they took my x-rays before the root canal and stuff, and they brought in all the dental assistants. That's looking at its runner on first on the air, but nothing from it. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 2-0 KT. Yeah, so when all the dental assistants all came to look at my x-ray so that they could see how deep the roots were from the removal. Yeah. I always like I have a fan on a lot. Like right now I just have the fan on cuz oh, it feels so amazing. The last apartment I was in that I've been streaming from for the last 4 years, I bought a single AC unit that goes in the window. Uh, and then I also bought, and then they had the wall one that's in the living room. And I would run the AC during the summer whenever I would sleep. But yeah, for the most part, it was it gets so hot here. It's so gross and nasty. Like Jacob can attest to this. Uh, Kiwi can attest to this. So Steve, if he's there, anyone that's ever been in Korea in the summer can just completely understand and try. You can't explain how disgusting it is in the summer here. Yeah, I like the white noise too. Yeah, that's a big thing is so when I moved to this apartment, I didn't need it. And what ended up happening is it felt so weird trying to sleep for the first month or 2 because I didn't need the fan because this apartment, has enough wind and, ventilation. Because my old apartment was on the 2nd floor, and because it was on the 2nd floor, there wasn't a lot of chance for, like, wind to blow through. Uh, and also you had, you know, there was 5 apartments on 1 floor, so there was apartments on both sides. As Oh Yoon Suk, a first pitch is fouled away. We've got a new pitcher. Lee Sung Min out on the mound now. Kang Bae Ko stays back behind the plate. But the apartment I'm in has the 0-1 in there for a strike at the top of the zone. The apartment I'm in now is on the 33rd floor. And there's only 2 apartments in this part of the building, so I can see on both sides, so I can open both sets of windows, get air blowing through, and it has central air conditioning as that misses outside 1 and 2. Yeah, the winter doesn't bother me at all here. The summers are just brutally miserable for me, as that is inside at 2 and 2. Riding the motorcycles, it gets so hot. I always wear a helmet and gloves, and I try to wear my motorcycle jackets, just for some protection. But during the summer, it's getting so bad the last few years that that's off the hand. The second baseman out into the grass though, and that's is 1 away. Brings up the number 8 hitter, Han Sung Taek. Look at your Korean cheerleaders for the old Samsung Leonese. Dude is questionably drinking that yogurt smoothie there. Han Sung Taek 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Looks at strike 1 there. Just gets a stitch on the outside corner. Oh, victory. That's one in the dirt. And 1 and 1. 1-1 pitch to the backstop. That's going to be into center field, but on a line and caught by the center fielder. 2 away. The question, the question, Jacob. Like I just think about how the cheerleaders have to feel. Like I know some of them enjoy it. As that first pitch is popped up, third baseman halfway in, and makes the catch. That was a quick 1, 2, 3 inning. We go to the 8th. Still 2-0. Just flying, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. Yeah, yeah. When I lived in Colorado, I didn't have AC, but I didn't need it. I think my sticker's coming off here. In Colorado, it's super like during the summer, it only gets into the mid to mid 70s, upper 70s. Yeah, that's where the cheerleaders were. That's where my season ticket was for years. My season ticket was the front row of the cheer section. No, I did not stake my super uh, zoom camera I did take it to the stadium, but not for that. It's only on special occasions. I did not sit there and stare at the cheerleaders because my cheer section seats was in the first block. So my first few years was right on the right, the front row on the very far right, because my buddy had one in the next section on the very front left, so that this way we could be next to each other but still have a ton of time or a ton of room. Uh, Eventually, I moved it to the far left parts because this guy came and he got a season ticket to next to me, and he would just block me like he was a big guy, and he would. So because I'm a foreigner, the camera would also often come in front of me, and like to watch and to record me for the broadcast and stuff like that. As we have a new pitcher here for KT. Oh, Han Sung Hyuk. So oftentimes the broadcast would, come close and get it kind of almost get in my face or try to record me quite often. And anytime the camera came close, he would just like start like overreacting and overdoing everything. As Kim Ji Chan looks at the ball one down and away. Han Sung Hyuk, 4.15 ERA, 5 games already this season, 2 holds, 4.1 innings, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, and a 2.54 whip. Han Sung Hyuk, the pick. Ooh, just misses there. This is the compensation pick from Kang Bae Ko, but Kim Ji Chan hitting 500 in his career against Han Sung Hyuk. Han Sung Hyuk has spent the last few. As that's in there for a strike. Luke, if you go to my YouTube channel, I have a bunch of 360-degree videos of the cheer section. So you can, actually, take your phone and move it around and see the whole cheer section. Swing and a miss there, 2-2 now. Han Sung Hyuk says, nope, I want a new baseball. Gets it. And here we go. We're going to have a 2-2 pitch. Han Sung Hyuk facing Kim Ji Chan. Kim Ji Chan 0 for 3 on the day. A 4-3 ground out, a fly out to right field, and another 4-3 ground out. That's fouled away, though, and stays at 2-2. Still 3-0 there, Kiwi. Yeah, looks like 3-0 in the bottom of the 7th for Doosan over Hana. LG's up 4-1 against Kium. Right here, the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside and lifts that one up. A center fielder, nope, left fielder makes the catch and 1 away. Brings up a Hamsu Ho. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Does have a walk though. Kia's up 2-0. 2-0 Kia, a 3-3 of the SSG and Lotte game. Low scoring all around. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Kim Han Gon pinch hitting here. And runs way inside, 1-1. Yeah, like 2 of them is ridiculous. And a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirts. 1-2. Kim Han Gon should stay in and finish play in our right field. As the 1-2 pitch. Grounder to the shortstop. Makes the play. Throws over in time. 2 away. Brings up Gujauk. Last year's #1 cheerleader, did not sign up this year. Last year, his #1 cheerleader, I believe, was KT Wiz cheerleader. Not here in Korea, Jim. It's BYOB. You can take your own beers in. That is low in the dirts. Gujauk. 0 for 2 on the day. 4-3 ground out, a liner to the shortstop, and a walk. Yep, you can take your own beers in. Up to a liter. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's a 1-1. You can also buy a liter of beer for about $3.50, maybe $4 now. Yeah, it's like 4,000 or 5,000 won. And on the 1-1 pitch, misses outside at 2-1. Yeah, you can take your own food in. You can take your own beverages in. The only thing you can't take in is like hard alcohol. Can't take in soju or vodka or anything like that. It's only beer. The 2-1 misses outside. 3-1. Yep. Oh, sorry guys. 정요해. 정요해. The Genie Giga was going crazy there. Another walk, back-to-back walks for Gujauk. Puts him on base for the second time today with 2 outs. Brings up Diaz. I think the KBO cheering atmosphere is better than the Japanese cheering atmosphere. The reason for that is because the Japanese cheering the Japanese cheering, like the cheering section is in the outfield, but in the KBO, it's in the infield. So you're much closer to the action. But the Japanese overall cheer experience, the overall cheer culture is better than that in the KBO. And that's a beautiful pitch in there for a strike. The reason why I say this is because if you watch the game, if you're watching with us, you can see the people behind home plates. They're just kind of sitting and watching. But in Japan, everybody is cheering. Not everybody standing up, but everybody is cheering and singing. That is tags amounts. He was running around looking for the ball, but it was right by his feet. He picks it up, tags him, and once again, they leave another runner on. They've left 7 on base. They have 1 hit with a runner on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-0. Yeah, Kiwi. How much is an adult beverage at Hanwha Stadium? It's been so long since I haven't been to the new stadium. I know Hanwha's old stadium. It was 500 milliliter can for like 4,000 won, which is about $3. Yeah, so something like that. I haven't been to the new stadium. Hanwha is the only stadium in the league that did not sell the pitchers in the game. 5K for the 500 milliliter can. So Hanwha raised the price on that too then. All right, the 1, 2, 3 hitters are going to be coming up for KT in the bottom of the 8th here. I assume we're going to have another new pitcher. Yeah, always stop at that. Well, I guess now they got the GS right outside, right? All right, we should be back. It does look like they've got another new pitcher out there. Is that the one on the corner? See, I always used to go to the GS25 up top on that corner because that was the easy walk. All right, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Lee Seung-hyun, the right-handed Lee Seung-hyun. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Yeah, I saw that the Cardinals have an all-inclusive thing now. Kium is the only dome. Is that is in the dirt, so 1-1. Kium is the only dome. This is the last year for Jamsho, which is an outdoor stadium. They're building a new 30,000 seat dome, and then SSG is also building a dome. They're currently building it. I think it's scheduled to open in 2024. As that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 2028, I believe. Yeah. Next year, I think, is the last year for Moonhawk. And that stadium is kind of like the Rogers Center, where they're actually going to have a mall attached to it. I don't know exactly. I know SSG has a bunch of land because they're building a Starfield Mall on attached to the SSG Stadium. As the 2-2 catches the bottom of the zone, and he goes down looking. Why no? You're not a fan of dome stadiums? That's a misses outside. Kim Yun-soo, 2 for 3 on the day. Yeah. Luke, it's because they have to have him in this area. There's too much rain. There's too much rain. As the 1-0 catches the inside corner, 1-1. The summers are just really unbearable with 90 to 95% humidity. I'm not a fan of domes at all, but I am not a fan of sitting outside in 35-degree heat with 95% humidity. That, and on top of that, the amount of rain during monsoon season, there'll be teams that will play one game a week because of the rain. No, they're too expensive. You have to realize that in the KBO, just like in KBO especially, most of these teams operate at a loss. They're just advertisements. They don't make a lot of money. Summer baseball games build characters, but I prefer not to sit outside in the summer. I used to do it. The 2-2 misses low, runs the count full, 3-2. Just the second full count of the day for KT. Like, I do it if I had season tickets, but if I had to choose, there are so many people I know. I think you should be okay with KT. Is SSG? How's SSG? Last I looked, it was 3-3. Yeah, and the 3-2 is lifted into center field. That's going to go back, but Kim Ji-chan under it's 2 away. Yeah, Luke, I am 100%. Yeah, a lot of, well, depending on it, a lot of these teams had advertisements like galore out in the outfield. Yeah. And if you look at their uniforms, the Samsung uniforms aren't bad, but I really want you to look at the Hanwha uniforms. They have like 11 patches, 11 advertisement patches. Yeah, it's so rough. All right, An Hyun-min fouls that one straight back, 0-1 now. Not having a good day for the old Gorilla. 0 for 3 or 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. It does have a walk in there back in the 3rd inning. And the 0-1. Up and in, 1-1. Yeah, all this advertisement everywhere trying to, recuperate some of their loss. So they got yeah, and the 1-1 misses up high. So when I had my season ticket, there was a large area, maybe like in front of my feet, maybe this big before the next set of seats, where nobody sat in. So like you can see behind this cheerleader, see there's a big area in front of those seats. I had a fan, a portable fan, as the 2-2 pitch in there for a strike. I had a portable fan, a good size fan, like I don't know how many inch, like 15, 18-inch portable fan, battery powered fan, that uh, I would take in, and I would set that in front of me. The 2-2, that's going to be a ground ball right back up the middle, and he is going to be on base for the second time, this time with a hit. Look at that guy just holding his phone up, recording the cheerleaders. Like it's so obvious because yeah, the like if you watch any of the Korean baseball TV shows, all of them are hosted by a girl that is in a super, super short skirt. As Lee Sung Hyun is going to be done for the day. We'll get another pitcher coming in to face Hilland. I guess he'll bring in a lefty, I assume. But yeah, so what happens is if you watch any of these shows, they're all the same. You have a attractive Korean female, tall. It has to be tall, wearing a super, super, super short skirts. And like the camera angles are very questionable. And this is like national broadcast, like national stations, like SBS, KBS, NBC Sports, all of these. And then there's usually going to be two or three guys, and they're on the panel, and they're in like jeans, sneakers, and a hoodie, or jeans, sneakers, and a t-shirt. And they don't really offer any insights. It's a lot of, oh, this happened, this happened, this happened. Yeah, it can get uncomfortable sitting outside. Definitely 100%. You uh, the good thing about the adult beverages being cheap in the KBO is uh during the summers when you're sweating it as quick as you're drinking it's not nearly, you're not spending a bunch of money for sweat. But yeah, the lots of questionable stuff, I'll just say that. KT, we'll see who the new pitcher is. Bae Chang Sung. Lefty throws the first ball way low. Want to know. Bae Chan Sung, ERA of 9 on the season, 3 games, 1 hold, 2 innings, and a whip of 2, 1 strikeout. He's a hard, hard throwing lefty. And that's misses low though. 2-0. Sounds perfect, Luke. Yeah, they can go to Goyang, watch a concert up there at the stadium, and then you can go check out the old Goyang Heroes, Kium's minor league team. 3-0 now to Hilliard. 1 for 2 on the day, a single in his first at bat, a sacrifice fly to left field in his second at bat. That was the second run for KT, and then struck out swinging in his last. That's going to be a 4-pitch walk. Runners on first and second now with 2 outs. What did I say earlier? They asked this game they said under 11 runs, and I said absolutely. I need to start my own prediction show. All right, so Jang Sung-woo steps in. 0 for 3 on the day. 6-3 ground out, a pop fly to the first baseman, and then another 6-3 ground outs. As in the dirt, ball 5. I need to record the Texas chanting. Hitting a 500 in his career against this current pitcher. There's ball 6. Yeah, I need the Texas A&M chants for balls. Six pitches, 6 balls. Yes, let's zoom in on that 0. There's a strike. As that's going to be over to the right fielder. Right fielder makes the catch and slams into the wall. And that will be 3 away. We'll go to the 9th. Samsung down for their final 3 outs. Down 2-0. No offense today, ladies and gentlemen. Their closer's good. He's one of the best closers in the game. Park Young-hyun. He was the national team closer. Luke, like I said, if I were to have to pick a team, I would pick KT, especially as a foreigner. They're very, very accommodating to foreigners. So they're gonna have the 5, 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up, trying to get this game tied in the 9th inning. They'll have a Park Young-hyun out on the mound for KT. I assume that is their closer. He is the older brother of Kiwi's favorite cheer song. Also, might quite possibly be the longest individual player cheer song. All right, so we're back. Park Young-hyun out on the mound. There you go, KT. Everybody's a bit fan of An Hyun-min. He's the only one that looks like an actual Western baseball player, honestly. Chae Young-woo leads things off 1 for 3 on the day. A single, a 4-6-3 double play, and a 6-4-3 double play. Swing and a miss there. Oh Yoon-suk moves over to first base. Yoo Hyun-in over to third. I'm not going to change that. Yeah. As that's in there for a strike, 0-2. And way up high, 1-2. And that is popped up. Third baseman, newly into the game in foul territory, makes the catch. 1 away. Yep, 2015. All right, that bounces into the dirt. 1-0. UG Huck. 0 for 3, couple flyouts to left field, and 4-3 groundouts. That's ball 2. 2-0. Yep. They also the 2-0 check swing foul would have been ball 3. Yeah, all the teams, most of the fans treat foreigners really well because they're excited that the foreigners are taking part in what they consider their culture and stuff like that. So they're most of the places are really good. Yeah. But yeah, the 2015 first year, they also hosted the All-Star game. I think that might be the last year that they had the perfect bunt. As the 2-1 pitch is going to be lined into center field, but he'll range over, makes the catch. 2 away. Brings up Kim Young. The the All-Star game used to have this thing called the perfect hitter. Or they had the perfect hitter and like Mr. Bunts. So they would have a bunt competition where you had to bunt it down and into a target for points. But I think what's happened is the bunting is so bad in the KBO, despite the fact that they keep doing it, a swing and a miss there, uh, that they stopped having it, and now they have I think it's called like the summer fan race or something like that. You get a man, woman, a boy, and girl, and they race with players. As that's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. He underhand toss to the closer, who closes it out by stepping on the bag. 1, 2, 3 in the 9th inning, and KT gets the easy win, 2-0. Not much of a game. Not much of a game. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, or 2 hours and 30 minutes on the game time. Really not a lot of anything going on. Not a lot of full counts. Only 3 full counts on the whole entire day. Really just a good pitching matchup. O'Loughlin pitched well, but he was outdueled by Boschley. As they just weren't able to get it done. Here comes the baseball-esque coming on live. We'll see some questionable. Oh, that's a long skirt on that one. So both teams started 1, 2, 3 in the first inning, but KT was able to add a run in the second inning. Leadoff single by Hillian. Went over to second on the 6-3 groundouts, and then came around to score on the RBI double by Yoon Suk. That was the first run. They did add another one in the third inning. A 1-out walk and then a single and a walk loaded the bases for a sacrifice fly from Hilliard to put them up 2-0 at the point. Samsung had opportunities. They had plenty of opportunities. Yeah, it's pretty close. I'm not going to say that I'm not happy about it by any means. I'll sit on the couch and watch some other baseball, but yeah, I mean, they had opportunities in the second inning. They had runners on first and third with 1 out. So 2 outs, couldn't get it done. They had a leadoff single in the third inning. He didn't even go to second base. Then they had a leadoff single in the fourth inning, but a 4-6-3 double play ended that. Then in the sixth inning, they had another leadoff walk, back-to-back walks, first and second, nobody out. Fly out to center field and a 6-4-3 double play ended that. They had an error back in the seventh inning, but couldn't capitalize there. They had another 1-out or 2-out walk in the eighth, couldn't capitalize there. They had plenty of opportunities. Plenty of opportunities. They had base runners in 7 of the 9 innings. They ended up leaving 7 runners on, going 1 for 11 with runners on base, 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Again, KT didn't do much better. They went 1, 2, 3, and 4 innings. The other innings that they had, they left 6 runners on. They ended up going 2 for 6 with, or sorry, 2 for 8 with runners on base, and ended up going 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Just not a lot of offense. Super quick game. Not upset about it at all. As far as pitching, O'Loughlin will end up getting the loss. O'Loughlin? O'Loughlin? I don't know. He ended up pitching 6 innings, 93 pitches, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Again, pitched well, but he was outdueled by Boschley. Boschley had 6 innings, 92 pitches, 5 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. So both of them ended up getting quality starts. Both of them pitched really well, but once again, Boschley comes through with a win. He's pitched 2 games. He's given up 0 runs so far. Had to sit nicely, and then both bullpens pitched again extremely well. No real issues from anybody in the bullpen besides a walk or a hit here or there. And then the quick 1, 2, 3 inning from Pak Young Hyun to close it out. I believe he is leading the league in saves. So with that note, that'll be it for me. I will post the schedule for next week. I'll tell you guys right here since you're here. Monday and Tuesday will be, Tuesday and Wednesday will be SSG versus Hanwha. Then on Thursday will be the Kia game, I think is in, now I can't remember. Will be Thursday will be Samsung at Gwangju for the Kia game. And then Friday will be SSG versus LG. Saturday, the 2:00 game is Hanwha hosting Kia. And then Sunday will be NC traveling to Daegu to face the Samsung Lyonnais. Oh, that's not good. Is he still down, Kiwi? I'm getting ready to turn that game on. Actually, I'll probably turn on one of the other ones. This game sounds off. But yeah, so that'll be the schedule next week. The following weekend, Kiwi, Stefan, and I will be starting the Damas Weiguk and Hanguk Yagu Tour. A lot of you guys have a bunch of questions about what it's like going to games. Kiwi and I and another regular in here, Stefan, we will be heading to all technically 10 stadiums, 9 stadiums, but Jamshil is shared by Doosan and by LG. So we will be headed to every single stadium this year in my 3-cylinder 796cc van as we travel across the country, doing some vlog style, making some videos, showing you guys what it's like in and out of the stadium, getting to the stadium, driving around Korea. 3 guys that are way larger than most Koreans in one of the smallest vehicles you can possibly buy in Korea. So we will be doing that. Our first trip will be on the 18th, so there will be no streams that weekend. So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, Luke, Jacob, Jim, Arpo, thank you guys for the subscriptions. Thank you guys for becoming members. I will be back on Tuesday, SSG against Hanwha. Tuesday and Wednesday, same game. There is some rain in the forecast for Thursday, so that may change the schedule around a little bit. But if you look on SOOP, you can actually go to the calendar, and I'll have all the games already listed there for you guys to see. And then I will also post it on the channel message board, and same with YouTube. I will post it there. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys in 2 days. So, as always, until next time.